Hey everyone, welcome. We are going to show you how to create a holiday gift guide via Facebook and Instagram advertising. So we're going to make this super quick and super simple for you. Of course, the caveat with all this is just be patient. Facebook can be very quirky and frustrating. So hang in there. Okay, so you are on, go right to your company page for your business. Want to click on Ad Center, want to click on All Ads, then click on Ads Manager. Okay, so when you land on the Campaign Manager platform, this is what you'll see. You'll hit Create, and this will create a new campaign. You have some options here. If you have an e-commerce site, like a Shopify site already set up, you'll probably want to go towards the conversions since it's a little bit more complicated with pixels and what have you. Just know if you're looking for phone calls, the reach optimization or objective allows you to have a phone number that people can tap and instantly connect with you. I think for this example, we're going to go with traffic, and this is the objective of getting people to your website. So we'll go ahead and click that. Down below, you can do some things that you can actually do as we move along. So I'm not going to do that right here, but I do advise you naming everything very specifically so you can tell the difference between the different campaigns that you're running. So next up, we're still at the campaign level. You can name it, which we'll do here. We'll call it 2020 Holiday Shopping Guide. And then we're going to get into some more details here. We're going to skip over this. It's kind of at a more complicated level. One thing I would advise, if it makes sense for you, is to turn this on. This allows Facebook to push the money that you've budgeted for your ads. It pushes the money towards the ads that are doing better than others. So we'll hit next. And this is where you start to add all the details, the back end details. This is the ad set. You might call this Moms of Elementary Kids in 2 mile radius. And you want people to going to your website. We're going to keep these off for right now, but do explore them. Just always click on the Learn More buttons. This is where you can set the timing of the ad as well, whether you want it for a weekend or a week, however long, but you can also set up the budget as well. So you definitely want to be checking this area out. And over here is where you'll see this dial go up and down based on your budget, timing, and this section here, which is vitally important. This is where you can basically adjust the targeting. Of course, you can do age, location, you can put in your actual address, 2 mile radius, whatever it might be. But the detailed targeting, you do not want to skip over that because this is where you could type in something like parents. And you can select parents of elementary school kids, preschoolers, 6 to 8, etc. So I think you'll be shocked and happily surprised as to all the options that pop up when you type in things here. Say, for instance, Whole Foods. You can go after folks that like Whole Foods and probably shop Whole Foods. Facebook knows all. So there are going to be a whole lot of options here when you're targeting. So in terms of placements, I would first time around click on manual placements. This shows you exactly all the different places that you can have your ads show up. And you can simply turn these off and on by selecting and deselecting them. If you purely want to do an Instagram swipe up ad campaign, you would basically uncheck all of these except for Instagram stories. And this is a preview of what it would look like. So that's the preview section. You can also click on what you, essentially because Facebook knows all, you can have your ad go to people that are more likely to end up on an external website or click on things. They know the habits of people when they use the platforms. So lots of options. And then you're going to hit next. And that's going to take you to where you actually set up your ad. And this is where you can have quite a few options. And this is, first off, name the ad. So in this case, we're going to create a carousel. So I highly advise being as specific as you can when naming these things so you can tell them apart. So in this case, we're going to choose a carousel, but you can do a single image or video or a collection, which is actually pretty cool, where videos and pictures, and it's almost like a mini website pops up the second that they tap on any portion of the ad. But we're going to go with carousel to give you an idea of what that's all about. So you can insert up to 10 different videos or images, and you kind of get a preview here on the right of whichever form of the ad that you choose. And as you fill in these things here, like I'll type in shop our new collection. So as you fill in these windows here, you can see the preview of the ad. And then over here, you can scroll down and click on the different previews of how it will look. And you don't always get the preview. But many times you will click the preview button and you'll see what it will look like, say on Instagram. You can see here are the scroll buttons for the multiple images. And basically you can fill in the description, the website. The one thing I will note on the website is here you can be very specific with the URL to a specific page, but it does give you a display link option, so you don't have this long, ugly link, if you will. You can have a very nice, clean website name, justyourwebsite.com, show up, so it's nice and clean, but when the person taps on it, they will actually go towards it can be super long, backslash, backslash, backslash. It can go there. So the one thing that you can control as well is the call to action buttons. So you have quite a few options here. More than likely, this time around, you're probably going to go with shop now. So you can see that changes there. So that is, for the most part, for doing this in a super quick format, a lot of what goes into the ad. I would say that there are 4 components that make an ad a successful ad. There's the back end, which is the previous page where you set up all the targeting and the budget and the back end setup of your ad. There's the headline. Of course, there's the visual. So is your video intriguing to somebody? Is your picture or the imagery that you're selecting to put in front of them engaging, enticing? But then also the copywriting. Is it something that really resonates with the target customer that you've set up for the ad? So the back end, the headline, the copy, and then of course the visual. Those 4 components are essential. So that's why I advise creating 2 to 3 versions of your ad, just so you can see which one actually is working better. And you can play around with maybe the headline changes between the 3 versions. Maybe it's the copy, maybe it's the visual. Or you can do something like creating several ad sets, and that allows you to have testing going on between the different backend, like demographics or interests of the person. And you can see which ad set is performing better and then turn off the other 2 ad sets. So you can get very technical and strategic with all this, but first time around, I would say go this route and just kind of explore, go through each and every setting and hover over the learn more area or the I symbol, the information symbol, just find out what that actually does. So it's not that scary, but definitely worth exploring. And then once this is all set up, just hit the publish button. And just a warning, it may very well take up to 24 hours for the ad to be approved. So if you're in a rush, don't count on it going live right away. The second thing you should know is that the visual cannot have more than 20% of the visual be text. So be cognizant of how much text is going on the picture or whatever visual you're putting out there. keep in mind that the headline and the things surrounding the ad can maybe the copy, the headline, the description, the fact that your Instagram or Facebook visual will be surrounding what you're putting out there as well. So hopefully this helps decipher and put some of the scariness, put that aside, and it's not really that bad. It's just a little bit frustrating sometimes, but it is a super affordable way to make sure all your target customers within that mile radius know that you exist. It's the best way to do it super quickly. So good luck out there. Okay, bye everyone.